This is Blenderstyle, and we're going to talk about the Locust Plague Soundscapes. Came out June 24th, 2003. Psst. Is that a halfie in your pants?
Why, yes, it is.
Cheers, boys.
Can you see it? That's why I have the bush right there.
All right, so what the fuck, Nathan, dude? What is this?
Yeah, what the fuck just happened when we listened to this?
So I picked this one for Casey because Casey likes a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've liked this band for many, many years. I like other bands that these members are a part of. So I just wanted to bring it to you guys. It's a nice mind fuck, so I wanted to see what you guys thought.
It is a mindfuck, I'll give you that much.
Have you ever heard of the Locust,
I have
Casey?
never heard of the Locust.
The only thing I know about the Locust is you mentioned it in our cattle decapitation episode. They're both from San Diego, and I think they had some members in early cattle, but that's all I know. I never listened to the Locust before this.
So I heard about cattle decapitation through the Locust.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
I almost want to call it grindcore, but it's not that heavy.
I would say it's definitely grindcore, power violence, punk.
I see there's a heavy use of like keyboard and synthesizer in this.
Oh yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah, it's. I put in my notes, and not as a bad. This isn't like a negative. It sounds like I'm listening to ADD if ADD was a band instead of a disease.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
It's good. It's a good act.
to me, it's a crazy clown bashing in heads because it's goofy, but it's angry and pissed at the same time.
It's very goofy.
It's very polarizing, is what it is. Because I caught myself really, really liking it, and then really, really hating it 10 seconds later.
Was that 2 songs later?
It might have been 5 songs later.
Yeah,
5 songs later, but like only a minute.
And I think that's the thing. Like, these songs are so short, they don't have time to fully flesh out.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'm glad you brought this up, because in our Pig Destroyer episode, that was one of your beefs, was that it just kind of flies by. And
It does.
Do you feel like the same thing with this one?
I feel like there's some songs in here that I feel like right as they start realizing where the song's supposed to go and what they want to do with it, it's over and it's in the next song. And it pisses me off.
I think there's definitely like precision and technique and musicianship that's also going into this.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's
so
some
I think
great
things
guitar
are
playing and stuff
definitely,
here.
like meant for a reason. Like you brought up the keyboards, like the dueling guitar, drum, into
That's
a
a good
keyboard
observation.
part,
Yeah.
or like even the keyboard starting the song,
It's chaotic, but it's not messy.
No.
Oh, this is messy as fuck to me.
It's a little messy, but it's pretty accurate, man.
Yeah, it's not sloppy. I think that's what you're going for. Yeah, it's not sloppy. It's messy. It's sloppy. It's all over the place. To me, it doesn't play well with itself.
It feels like that's what this is playing with itself.
It works. Like I can
Teenage
listen
mustache.
to this. I love the sound. I love like all the weird keyboards and like you said, the guitar work on this is cool. The back and forth,
It's
and
like
then
clown music.
Breakdown into something different.
The drums,
the drums on this are amazing throughout. The vocals kind of annoy me.
They're kind of emo-ish, screamo-ish, not so death metal.
They're good until they're not good. It's a weird thing. So it's like, it's because there's 2 different tones that they, I don't know if it's 2 singers or 1 singer.
Yeah, I believe there's 2 vocals.
There's 1 tone back and forth, but it's that way through the whole thing. There's no like range. So the songs are so short and they're so all over the place. And I feel like they're all cut short. And so at the same time, it makes this to where by halfway through the album, which coincidentally is like maybe 7 minutes into it,
Right.
I'm just like, I need a break. But then you could come back to it and it's great again. And that's what's weird. So if I sit there and listen to this all the way through, by the end of it, I hate life. I hate this album. I don't want to hear this anymore.
This is awesome.
But if I
Really?
listen to this, like say I'm running across the street to go to the store real quick and I listen to it, I can get like 28 songs in by the time I get across the street. And then I could turn it off and then get in the car, and that little break makes it fresh again.
I thought this was kind of easy to jam through. It's 23 tracks, 21 minutes.
Oh, it's super easy to jam through, but that's what I'm saying.
But it's like insane, dude.
It's fatiguing on my ears.
100%.
And so that's why I need
This
those
is
little breaks.
awesome.
It never lets up. It's just
No,
fucking.
it doesn't. Yeah. And there's like
Keyboard.
those
Well, I mean, it does break up.
it does break
And when
up.
it does break up, it's got like some, I don't know, it's pretty.
It's not relaxing. It doesn't like break up and give you like a different mood. It's just, you're like, the fuck am I listening to?
Yeah.
Like you love this. the breaks are like, they're weird. It's bizarre. This is fucking weird, dude.
Well, it's got those rapid fire, like in your face, like the finger poking you in the chest, vocal style, where they're just like
Well, and I think that's what they're doing lyrically. Also,
yeah.
they are. I think it's
they're
definitely
poking you.
Yeah, and then when you're like, what the fuck? He's like doing this
Yeah.
for the break. You're like, the fuck?
It's so good.
It's definitely
It's
some
so good, but
comedy
it's so bad.
and some. Yeah, dude. Honestly, the album art is just awesome as well.
Oh,
Reminds me
my
of like
goodness.
Dookie, Green Day Dookie a
Kind
little
of.
bit.
Really.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you kind of look at for a while.
Yeah. I love I love everything about this, to tell you the truth. I don't really have, like, I love that.
How to Become a Virgin.
So I hadn't listened to this in a while, and like all the way through. Just because it was just this album I like just jammed and jammed and jammed and jammed. I loved it, you know.
Is this your favorite, the Locust album?
Yeah.
So I went and listened to the other stuff. The one after this is like New Erections.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that one better. There's like 2 minutes. Most of the songs are like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and this is where like friends of mine were like, "Oh, that shit sucks." I also agree with you. I think the Locust. I don't think they came out with anything bad. Or have come out
Can
with anything bad.
we touch on the Heffalump in the room though, real quick?
What's
Okay.
that?
The song titles are fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like they have some of the
Solar panel asses.
recyclable body fluids in human form.
The half-eaten sausage would like to see you in his office. That's longer than the actual song.
So
Title-
that title like totally makes sense to me though, right?
How does that?
The
how does
sausage boss asshole wants to come talk
the
to me.
half-eaten sausage would like to see you in his office?
Come on.
Your boss is a half-eaten sausage.
Aren't all bosses?
But file under
I don't know if that's what he's
softcore
talking
seizures.
about. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wet Dream War Machine. I will
Sounds
say
like an Ozzy Osbourne nightmare or something.
the song titles are kind of the best thing about this, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're good.
The keyboard playing and the song titles.
Can we get another nail in the coffin of culture theft?
Yeah, that's awesome. So did you guys like look up like pictures of these guys or anything?
I saw that
Oh,
they
their
play-
outfits are fucking
their-
cool.
Their
yeah,
uniforms, they call
Their
them uniforms.
or their bug uniforms or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
And there's only this was their second album.
Yeah.
They do like EPs a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because
And
I went to
splits
their
and
thing.
stuff.
They
I
had
have
a
a
whole
couple of
bunch
them.
of like there was a bunch of stuff, but only like
I had a hard time grasping their discography. Everything about this is confusing.
it is, and it's cool, confusing. It's weird, confusing. It's fatiguing, confusing. The guitar playing is great. The song structures are good.
What structures, dude?
The lack of structure, the structure to lack structure, makes it great.
So this is where I kind of have a problem with it. It just starts to kind of sound the same.
Yeah, but
Because-
that's the
Me
thing.
too.
So,
I agree.
so that's what I'm getting along the lines of being fatigued. But I don't think it's necessarily the music that makes it like sound the same. It's just the vocal style to me. Because I think every single song on here, whether it's the 26 second solar panel asses, or
That's by the way, Solar Panel Asses is my favorite song title. on
Oh,
all
that's
this,
awesome.
or what's the longest song on here? A minute and 44 seconds.
at most, yeah.
A minute 44 sec. Oh yeah, a minute 44 second. How to Become a Virgin. The vocals are the same.
not this is all samey, but it's like, to me, my beef with this is none of it's memorable. Like, we're reading off song titles, I can't tell you what
you don't hear anything memorable at all.
Like
this?
as a, I know what I like walking away from this.
You
I was
couldn't
like,
say what song was which.
Yeah, if you put on any of these songs, I couldn't tell you which one it was.
That's one of my notes. I highlighted or I underlined one song. Listen, the mighty ears here. That's the only song on here that I knew which song it was because of the guitar intro part on it, which was actually really cool. But other than that, yeah, all the songs kind of like, and I don't necessarily know if it's because they sound the same, because like I said, every song sounds different, but they're not long enough to be fully realized to where they're memorable.
That's exactly how I would explain it also.
Yeah, they're great, but they need more.
Like 23 lubed up schizophrenics with delusions of grandeur.
Hey, or 3 of those.
I wonder if in their career, though, later on, they just kind of realized that maybe they should go a little bit longer so they could be or is this like a piece? This is like their second album. We're doing it like
they're
this.
purposely trying to do this like crazy shit.
Oh, they definitely, yeah. I mean,
but you know what I mean? Sure. As like an attempt, like, let's make it.
Yeah, like, maybe they weren't, realizing what was going to happen after this. You know what I mean? But they set out to do this project. Like,
I didn't listen. I couldn't find anything before this. Have you listened to earlier Locust stuff?
You know what? I couldn't be for certain. So, because I do know a few EPs that I own or whatever, like little 7 inches, and then like this album I know the most.
Real quick, how many songs are on those 7 inchers?
Like 40.
No, I don't even think that. I don't know. I can't even play it because it's literally all 4 7 inches are like different shaped and like a puzzle, and they're different colors, and you put them together and it makes like a square. And my record player, for some reason, my turntable doesn't like it, so it jumps off.
What the fuck, dude?
See, we might have to.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, so like, I mean, I guess kind of like what you're saying. Like, I love this album. I love this band, but I couldn't really tell you a lot about it.
Okay.
I don't know. That's
even the way they market their shit is a big fuck you.
Yeah.
That's honestly so cool. I want to change my rating now and make it higher.
You know what I found, though, is the more I got into this, I think it's more than just the album. Like, it's a package. The band is its thing. The more I got into it, the more I liked it. Listening to it on headphones is different. Like, there's more going on.
Sure.
It's a good
These guys are coming up with a sound and a different sound. Like Justin Pearson, he plays bass, and it doesn't even sound like a bass.
No.
Like, at times, is that the keyboard, or is that his bass, or is that what in the world is going on?
Or is it weird vocals?
And this is, usually I think it's what, four people in the band at most. I mean, that's just really cool.
Yeah. So you called this grindcore and power violence. When I think of power violence, I think of like Weekend Nachos and Punch. Shit that's like way faster and like a little more brutal. This isn't very brutal.
Yeah.
It's quick and like crazy and short.
That's why I'd say it'd be more like punk for me. Punk hardcore.
Yeah.
Punk,
but it's definitely like a grindcore. I mean,
it is grind. Yeah. Like
it's
macabre.
played like it.
Like it's weird like macabre is, right?
This is like getting slapped in the face with a ham.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck was this? And they're like, it was a flounder.
Yeah.
And you're like, none of this makes sense at all.
Oh, man, that's really awesome, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, like...
What would you rate it then, Casey?
I was back and forth on this. Like I said, I loved the different sounds, and I love the energy, and I love the incohesiveness of it. I hated the album as a whole. I think these songs just aren't fully fleshed out. I don't want to say I hate the album because I really did like the songs taken in pieces, but like as an entire playthrough, I hated it. I was so tired of it by like halfway through. I was just like, dude, this guy's voice is annoying me.
You like orbs?
No, it was just so.
It's almost like a child.
But I don't even think I think it was just so loud in the mix, maybe, or just so harsh and high in the mix that
it's like in your face.
It was constantly. Yeah, it was like somebody just standing in front of you yelling at you, which is cool. I mean, cool, yeah, do it. But the live energy of this comes off. This would be a great. I think this is probably what it sounds like live. I gave this a 3.3. I really liked it. I really did like it. I didn't like it as a whole. I liked it in pieces. I liked the songs individually as their own thing. I really, really wish they were fleshed out better, because some of these seem like they're going to go somewhere really cool and you start getting excited for it and it's over and it's the next song. And because the next song is so completely different, you take a few minutes to kind of reabsorb into that mindset.
So this is like what you said about Pig Destroyer, but this is what I love about this type of thing is that it plays with me and doesn't let me fully get off until the very end. And I love that. I don't even think it would let
you get off. I think it'd get close and it'd be like, time's like up, bitch, gotta go.
Yeah. Well,
leave the money on the table.
For me, you know what's weird is like, I'm literally opposite of you. I think the songs individually don't work at all.
Okay.
I think it plays good as an album, though.
Okay.
Like it's an experience.
It's a piece.
Yeah, it's a piece. It's like an experience that you kind of jam through. I like the in-your-face vocals. They're kind of annoying, but it's before it like gets too much, it's already over.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I give it a 3.0 out of 5. It's good. It's fun. But like nothing sticks with me here. It's like something just happened. It's like going to the fair. Like, I had a good time.
I spent way too much money.
But like, I feel dirty and like, I didn't really get much out of it. And I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
And someone's like, what was your favorite part? And I'm like, I went to the fair.
You like the Gravitron because you know it's at every fair.
But, you know what I mean? Like nothing really, I couldn't tell you any of these songs. Like, if you played them, like, none of this jumps out at me. It's hard to remember. But it is a fun, like, hyper fast experience. I like that it's 21 minutes.
Yeah.
It's easy to just jam through, and I was just like, that was interesting.
I wish it was 21 minutes, 21 songs. So at least we got a minute on each song.
I don't mind the super short stuff. I kind of dig it.
I don't either, but I feel like there's so much going on there.
I just wish there was like more.
It's almost kind of like a Naked City, you know, like how John Zorn or like.
I don't know that is.
So
it's when a city doesn't get dressed before it goes out.
It's almost like people reading almost like sheet music really fast. Like, you know what I mean?
There's like, I wish there was like interludes or like, you know what I mean? Like, like Pig Destroyer has like different sounds and different emotions. This is just one emotion the whole time. Fucking crazy.
So you're agreeing
with 21 minutes.
But that makes it easy to get through because it's only 21 minutes.
So stepping into the store for that energy drink interlude and coming back out.
The energy drink interlude. Yeah. I think that's one of the song titles.
So what about you, Nathan? What did you give this?
So that's why I love doing this show.
Okay.
I'm the exact opposite of you guys. I'm a 4.5. I think there's some insect paper and they threw some ideas at it and a lot of them stuck for me. Like as we're talking right now, I promised myself I won't try to lip any sounds on this show anymore because it never comes out.
I think that's probably the best part of our show when we make sounds that we don't know what we're doing.
Sounds nothing like what you think it sounds like.
But a lot of stuff sticks out for me in this.
Really?
I think a lot of thought went into this and a lot of endurance and sweat and blood went into this. I mean, the drummer was known for like throwing up mid-set or after set because I don't know, it's relentless. Like if you saw this band live, they're not jibber-jabbering in between. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like the energy live would be similar to the energy they put on this album.
Yeah. And like when they play, they actually like set themselves up in a straight line. So the drummer's not like behind the band. He's like there. And they say like, you know, they do it for the sound and everything. But really, I think it's just punk rock as fuck, man. And I love it. I love the middle finger. And 4.5. I love this record, man. I really do.
So I want to touch on something too, though, but just based off your rating. Because when I first listened to this, like the first 28 times I'd listened to it, in the 40 minutes that I had. It was really low for me, and it grew on me.
It's a grower.
This came out in 2003. Have you been listening to it since 2003?
I would say probably like 2004.
Okay, so you've had a lot of time with
5.
it. When you first heard it, were you at a 4.5, or was this something that kind of grew on you?
So I'm from Tehachapi, so anyways, I knew this girl, and it was her birthday, and I came down to Bakersfield. She lived down here, and we were hanging out with her friends, drinking a couple beers, smoked a joint, whatever. And she's like, "You got to hear this band, The Locust. My friend just got it for me for my birthday. I love it." And she put this in, and I was in the back seat with like all the windows down in a car, just like, and it's just a moment that I'll always remember, because I was like, holy fuck, this is unlike anything I've ever heard before.
It's very original, very bizarre.
Yeah, and I fucking loved it.
So it was always high rated for you.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say. And it sucks that I don't know more about. I couldn't even tell you. Like I said, but that's how much of an impression this has on me.
No, and everybody has an album. I just want to know, because, like I said, for me, it grew on me, and it'll probably get higher on my ratings.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there's nothing on this that I don't like other than just listening to it all the way through. It's just fatiguing to my ears.
Unpunk and grindcore metal is it to have a keyboard up there going bang, 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 bang.
But it's
that is like you with the kid with the fucking mohawk and the leather jacket. No offense to you, you'd be who you want to be, but that's that guy going like this. Like he don't give a fuck.
But they're playing something. They're not just mashing on the keyboard, which is what makes it cool. Yeah. So
I agree. Yeah.
You got to see how these guys play. I'm just doing that because they're very into it,
animated when they're doing it.
I'm doing it.
I wonder if you slowed this down, if it's if it all makes more sense. You're like, oh.
So you're saying if you turn it into a 42-minute album?
Yeah, if everything's like half the speed, and it's just like loungy
that'd
somehow.
Be so fucking weird.
It would be.
Maybe we should review this on half speed.
Yeah. It's like back in the day when they used to say that, if you put a Sabbath record backwards,
Oh, maybe that's
if you play the Locust at half speed, it's like jazz fusion
or backwards. I feel like that's how you have to appreciate this. You have to really kind of experience it, dude.
Yeah, it's very.
It's not like something you just take a song off and you're like, oh, that's a banger.
Yeah,
there's no banger. This whole thing's a weird banger.
Yeah, it's a project. It's an art piece.
It's an art piece. Yeah,
that's
fucking weird.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a good one, Nate.
Yeah,
good one.
This is Blenderstyle. That was the Locust Plague Soundscapes.
So is file under softcore seizure? Is that like a mild seizure, or did your parents seize your Playboys?